Hey Luke, good afternoon. Um, can you just give us an update in terms of how you guys look today at practice, and if you're seeing the progress that you want to see, knowing that the scrimmages start a week from today?
Yeah, it was a good practice. It was short today. We wanted to kind of get guys in and out and off their feet, but with a focus on competing, scrimmaging, whatnot. So solid day. We're seeing the progress we want, and happy again with the energy we got out of our guys.
And just to follow up, Rashawn, I was trying to make sure I got the clarification. How many days does he have left in his self-quarantine?
I think he'll be back with the team on the 22nd, I think is the date he is cleared to be with us again.
And will you slowly integrate him in, or will he, do you think 10 days?
It's different with everybody. We'll see how he looks. That much time off, he wouldn't be put right into contact drills, but we'll see what kind of shape he's in, how he's moving, and then we'll make the decision from there.
To James Ham.
Hey Luke, how are you?
Good.
Are you starting to get some sort of normalization, like with just your routines and being in the bubble at this point, or is it still very foreign?
No, it's getting a little more normal. However, that normal gets the fact that this is becoming more normal becomes a little strange. But yeah, I mean, we're in a pretty good routine. We get guys are feeling comfortable around the bubble now, and I think the next challenge, James, will be in the next week to come. This is where it's gonna from a mental standpoint, as far as like people starting to really miss family and not being able to do other activities, I think will be the next challenge that most teams are facing coming up.
Okay, and did you get Buddy Hield and Jabari Parker fully back integrated in today? I mean, were they at least able to do some contact?
Buddy did more than Jabari did. They came over early, and we had them, do 2-on-2 scrim. Buddy did 2-on-2 scrimmaging, and they both went through a conditioning program with our strength coach, and then Buddy did probably about 75% of practice today.
Jason Jones. Hey, Luke.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, first thing, I know you've mentioned Daquan. You got Justin back. Kyle. These are probably guys who might have been in a summer league situation this time of year. What's the benefit of being able to work with them so directly right now, and just how much better are they for maybe having an experience this time of year where they're going against, typical NBA competition?
Well, yeah, I think summer league would be great. Is great for young players just because they get to play all the minutes and get all the reps. But with where we're at, this opportunity is good for them too. And they're with us. They're with our group. They're getting crucial reps in practice, and most likely, at least in the preseason games, they'll be getting some meaningful minutes as well. So they do a great job from the time we've got them to where they're at now. They've all done a really nice job of working and improving, and are much better players right now than when we originally grabbed them.
And when it comes to Corey, you signed him just last month, but at that point you had Harrison as well. How do you, considering that he hasn't played since he played with you got the Kings last season, is it realistic to try to put a lot on him right now? Just kind of how are you working with him?
Yeah, he's been great. He's been great, and part of the reason we wanted to pick him up is because he played with a lot of these guys on the Kings. I coached him in LA, so the relationship is already there, and we know how the potential for how crazy this whole bubble thing can be as far as players coming in and out. And we just felt like everyone had a great comfort level with Corey, and he's everything we've asked him to do already since he's been with us. We've been playing. He's played the 3, he's played the 4, and today when when Harry or Marvin needed a sub, we even got him in at some 5 today, and he was great. So that's why you have vets like that. That's why you want him on your squad, and he's done a really nice job so far.
Sean Cunningham.
Hey, Luke, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Just in terms of Kent Bazemore, can you just talk about where he's been most impactful on this roster from your perspective?
Yeah, it's a long list. His professionalism, the way he takes care of his body, I think, is a great example for other guys on our team. The way he communicates, the way he talks, the way he defends, all those things have been huge for us, and he's fit in very nicely. His teammates love him. He really enjoys being around. Works his tail off. So it's really a long list of things where he's come in and helped our squad.
Right on. And then lastly from me, just it was mentioned previously about the scrimmages starting up in a week. Is that coming at a good time for your guys? Do would you prefer it sooner or later?
No, it'll probably be a good time. At some point your players get sick of playing against each other and practices turn a little sloppy. Every single play call that's happening. So it'll come. It's coming at a good time. I think our guys are going to be looking forward to playing against other people.
Mark Dembski. Mark, unmute yourself.
You got me okay, Coach?
Yeah, I got you now, Mark.
Okay. All right, Coach. With the games, what can we expect when these scrimmage games get going and you got 3 of them and then, you hit the season running? I mean, what's your approach and are you pretty much going to, use everybody?
Well, I think our approach will be different than, let's say the Toronto game that we're going to play. I think teams that are coming in this trying to make that last playoff spot are going to approach these preseason games with much more of a sense of urgency. Now, that being said, we're not going to play anybody 40 minutes and risk anything like that. So you'll probably see more players on the roster get in. But these are important games for us, and we have to kind of see where we're at, and then obviously look at those games as where we need to focus cleanup leading into the next practices.
And just to follow up with Buddy, how did he look to you, and were the guys excited that he was back there on the court with them? Yeah,
guys were excited, and he looked good. He hasn't played basketball in a while, so it's going to take some time. But Buddy's he's one of those rare athletes that he can play all day long without ever getting tired. And he's not back to that level, but I think because of that, he'll be back quicker than most people who have been out as long as he has.
That's Sam Amick.
Hello, Luke.
Sam, how are you?
Good, man. Good to see you. Hope you're hanging in out there. I wanted to ask you about, for you and every other coach out there, I've been talking to coaches just about the mental health component and how unique of a challenge it is for people in your position. I mean, you got players who are now out of their comfort zone, no family, different routines, and you've always put such a premium on the relationships and things you've learned through Phil and Steve. And I just kind of wonder, how are you attacking that part of this challenge here?
Yeah, so that's a real part of being out here. And, I think so far we've been in a pretty good place. Guys have been pretty busy, but the NBA provides some people that are experts in that field that are in the bubble. So we're working to get one of them scheduled to come in and talk to the team. As much communication and activity as we can do as a group, we're encouraging to do, whether that's, they got little boats outside the hotel or just our team meals. We had them put ping pong tables, anything we can just be together more and socialize as opposed to in the room isolated, I think will be a big step in the mental health part of it.
Just a quick follow on that. As this time goes on, and let's say you guys can win some ball games and maybe even get in the playoffs, will you as a coach have your radar up for not only where these guys are at personally, but, some coaches I've talked to are worried about a ripple effect on just the competitive spirit. If you get players who decide they're just not feeling this, this experience in Orlando anymore, maybe it affects them on the court. How do you see that?
Yeah, I don't see that being a problem. Most players I know in this league, especially when you get into playoffs and that type of atmosphere, I know the crowd won't be there, but most players at this level, when you get to that, they're going to be bought in. So, we try to approach it one goal at a time, and that first goal is to get to July 31st ready to go, and from there we try to make a playoff push, and that's kind of where our focus is. But I wouldn't be too concerned with players losing interest as long as they're on teams that are continuing to move forward.
Just a couple more, Coach. Jason Anderson.
Hey, Luke. I'm going to put a couple things on the table real quick. Are you able to hear me okay?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. I missed the first minute or so I'm wondering if there was any update on Alex or Harrison and when they might come out. Number two, you mentioned yesterday Marvin and Harry were getting all the reps. They were the only available bigs. Is there an issue with Belly? Is he not available? And along that line, how many guys do you have in practice right now?
No update with Harrison and Alex. We're still waiting. They're still in protocol back in SAC. Nothing wrong with Belly. Belly is a big force, but I'm talking more of the five spot, and we use Belly at the 5 at times. But and he's played a little bit of 5 here. So, but we're just talking about in general with that position. And the third, what was the third part of the question?
It sounds like you have 15 in practice then.
Yes, with Buddy and Jabari being limited right now. They were not full participants in practice today.
I got you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Paulo Ugeti from The Ringer.
Hey, Luke. I'm wondering if, just given the size limitations to the traveling party, whether you or anybody else on the staff or the coaching staff has found themselves doing different jobs or more jobs than they're usually used to?
Oh yeah, everybody. That was part of the talk we had before we came. It's all hands on deck. So if you're a trainer and you see that a basket needs an extra rebounder, get out there. So if you're a coach and you see that the equipment manager is trying to carry 7 bags down the hallway, grab a couple of those. So we all know what our primary jobs are for why we were brought out here. But with the limited numbers, we expect everyone to double up and help wherever possible.
Last one, Matt George.
Coach, a pleasure as always to talk to you.
Hey, Matt.
You mentioned earlier Corey Brewer got some time playing at the 5, filling in for Marvin Bagley. I was curious, are you running Bagley for the most part as the center, as the 5 in most sets, or are you giving him looks at 4 as well?
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to do both, but for right now, with the bodies we're at, we're playing them mainly at the 5. But when we sit with him and teach with him, we're gonna, he's gonna be somebody we play at both positions. But in the limited time we've been here in the bubble, most of his reps have been at the 5.